Hi, my name's Stephen. I am representing Steadymaker. Now, you have unboxed your gear. How do you construct your Steadymaker Tank PLUS? Firstly, what you want to do is assemble your external components. We'll start with the remote control. What you want to do with your remote control is just attach the antenna to the top of the remote control. It just screws in place. It's very simple. And once you've done that, you'll find a door at the back. Just slide open the door at the back. This is where your battery goes. You will find the two prongs in the top corner connect to the metal tabs at the top of the battery. Just slide the battery in the compartment. It should fit quite easily. Close the back up. You want to test your wireless remote, just switch it on. If you see the two lights come on, the one light at the top here, that means you're powered up and ready to go. A good idea when you're using your remote is to set the dials to medium. You'll find a dial at the side for pitch. You want to set that roughly in the middle. You'll see a notch in the middle where the sensor should be, and your yaw, which is the large silver dial at the front, if you just set that to where the arrow is pointing to the top, to the antenna, that's the middle position roughly. Okay, switch that off, we'll need that a bit later. What you want to do first is you would want to attach your stand or your support to the back of the stabilizer. So if we rotate it, you will see at the bottom of the circle here, you will see 4 small screw threads. There are 4 small screw threads at the back here. This is where you will attach the back of your stand. If you see the top of each of the arms, you will see another 2 screw threads here. Now these 2 screw threads correspond with the 2 screw threads at the back of each side. Remember, you have your tools. These are Allen keys. These Allen keys are different sizes depending on the screw. All of the screws you will find are Allen key screws. So we will slide the screw through the thread, and then we will slide this onto the back. Slot it into the back screw thread and tighten it up. It's a little tricky because right now the motors aren't on, but you should be able to at least slot one in. Just slot one in roughly, you don't have to tighten it up all the way, so that you can see, and then slide the second screw into the second hole and line it up with the second screw thread. Okay, that's the second one. Now, if you've tied them up correctly, you will see that the leg is at an angle. This will become the main support and the balance for your stabilizer. So these are very important components. These are probably the first components you should put together. Okay, so I'm just tightening it up. Very easy to tighten, easier than screws actually with an Allen key. The threads are much tighter. Don't tie it up too tight the first time, just tight enough. If you tie it up too tight, you're going to have problems when you're disassembling it, so be careful. Okay, one is in. You can see when I'm holding it that the leg is at an angle. This will be the support for the stabilizer when you put it on the floor and to help it balance. The second one is the same as the first one basically, just the opposite leg. Quite straightforward. Just go down to the end of the thread. Don't need to jam it in, you don't need to put too much pressure on it. They will tighten up very effectively on their own. Just make it tight enough so that it's secure in there. And now you will see that you have a stabilized base. You have a base with 2 legs that will support and balance your rig. Okay, so you have attached your legs to the base. You can check that your legs are straight and level if the cradle of the stabilizer floats freely inside. So you can see that it has full range of motion. If it has full range of motion, that means you've attached the legs correctly. If for some reason the legs are at different angles, you can adjust the ends of the legs at the corners here with your tools to make sure that your legs are giving you a level and stable base. Okay, the next thing you want to do is attach the top handles top handles to your stabilizer. They go through a hole underneath the top handle. You will find with the top handles that they detach. You can take the top handle off the end there. So you just slide the top handle off the end and slide the tube through the top part, the top component. You will find that it's a tight fit. If it doesn't go through, again, use your tools and adjust the screws that hold the bracket. You'll see the bracket that you're sliding it through. There you go. Okay, so you slide your top handle through and you'll see, then you just slide the cap back on the end. You want to make sure that your handles are centered so that they're equal width either side. That's very important for balancing your stabilizer. Again, if you want to be accurate, if you want to make sure that your handles are properly balanced, use a tape measure, measure each side to make sure they're equidistant from the central top handle. So I'm going to screw my top handlebar screws, and you see these are the handles that you will be holding to stabilize your rig. Now you'll find there's another 2 screws on the front handles here. These need to be tightened so that your handles don't pop off. Obviously that's not going to be good while you're filming. I think it's the largest Allen key this time. Just make sure that these are tightened up. When you disassemble it, when you take it apart, don't do these up too tightly because you won't be able to undo them to take the end of the handle off. So that should be good. This is the main part of the rig now established. Now if we spin the rig round to the back of the stabilizer, you will see a strip of Velcro here and a Velcro band, and this is where you insert your LiPo battery. Your LiPo battery has 2 connections. It has a large connection and a small connection. The large connection will be to attach to the stabilizer. You'll find the other end on your stabilizer here. The small connection is for your voltage meter. This is what I talked about before, to check the voltage of the LiPo battery. So let's assume that you've charged your LiPo battery with the charger provided in the equipment that I've unboxed. You put it in the back, and all you do is you use the Velcro strap and you just tighten that up around. If you're worried about the LiPo battery dropping down through the back, don't, because firstly it rests against the support of the back legs here. But if you're worried that it will fall off or drop out, you can always attach a strip of Velcro to the back of the battery, and this will attach to the Velcro that's already on the rig. Then you'll have a very solid attachment for your LiPo battery. But for now I'm just going to use the Velcro strap provided and tie it tight, and then just wrap the strap around. Make sure the Velcro is attached. Last thing you want to do is connect the 2 halves together, the large ends, and now your battery is powering your stabilizer. For accessories is to attach your small external monitor or your light or your microphone to the top handle using this attachment. It's very, very simple. You just unscrew the end here and you just open it up, wrap it around the top, and then reattach the screw. Now you have an external attachment that you can use for monitors, for microphones. I use it with a small HD DP4 monitor, because when you're holding the stabilizer at arm's length like this, you won't be able to see the display from the camera. That's usually further down. So this is a great way of seeing what you're filming at eye level. Okay. Now you have your rig built and set up. It's ready for balancing, and balancing will come in the next tutorial.